All right, we are back the next day, going to explore the common ground. We've just gotten off the subway up here, and as you can see up ahead, we are coming to the crates. They are very neat. It seems like a fantastic shopping center, nothing like I've seen before. And so I am thoroughly enjoying getting to check it out. I must say that it is rather windy out. It's about 55 degrees today, so warming up in Seoul, but nonetheless, a bit chilly with this breeze. I also had the intention of going and getting a sweatshirt from a brand Woo Young Mi, which I may have mentioned before. It's a Korean designer brand, not the price of Gucci and all, but still a decent sum, like $300 or so. I've never purchased anything that expensive, and I am very hesitant to do it. And so I ended up not getting it for the time being. I needed some more time to think over it. But anyways, here we are amongst the crates, and let's go up and check it all out. But I mentioned that sweatshirt because I wore it nothing with the intention of getting it, and now I am a bit cold in the breeze. So hopefully we find some good stuff. We will see. 안녕하세요. All right, we are in a cool vintage store. Never really got vintage items before, but it seems to be a huge thing here in Seoul. There is Stussy, which I know that brand. I had a hoodie once, which has since gone to my brother. He does get a lot of my clothes, the ones he wants. He's not forced to have them. And he gets his own fresh stuff as well. But 안녕하세요. I tend to have fairly good fashion, I like to think, and he seems to think so, at least part of the time himself. So he has inherited a lot of my goods. But so far, our search has not produced any winnings. This is kind of a neat sweatshirt, Tiger's All-Star Sports, but not one that I wish to spring upon purchasing. But I mean, look at this place. It is magnificent looking. The crates are super neat. A butter shop. This sounds pretty good. It's a lot more stuffed animals than I thought. Zootopia, whatever these are. But I thought it might be food and more based around actual butter, but seemingly not, which is okay. There are more shops downstairs in other buildings, so gonna loop back around to the stairs and we'll go down and keep exploring from there. Okay, so they've got basketball here, which I might have to play. It looks very fun and entertaining. What is interesting is they've got all these photo booths around Seoul and even buildings dedicated to them. And they've got all these props you can wear, put on your head, or take fun photos. So, yeah, there we go. I'm getting eaten. But yeah, very neat place. It's interesting, all the different sorts of shops around. I think that DBJD I probably won't buy from, but it looks like they've got some interesting things. We just passed a lot of shoes that are very expensive. Yeah, interesting look with the carpet-like design on it, but not really my style with the cross-eyed bears. So we will keep on moving. Another high-end store with stuff a little more expensive than I'd like. So yeah, I think let's go back outside. We'll check out the next building and after this Vans store, and then keep on moving from there. So here we go. We got a couple different shops. We came out of the first, and I'm curious about this one, Olo. It looks like they've got the entire thing to themselves. So we'll see how it is. Nothing catching my eye on the first floor. As we're going up to the second, I'm imagining it'll probably be the same, but you never know. Yeah, I don't think that anything here is my style either. So 2 buildings down, but the first had basketball, which I will be going back and doing. See if I can break the record. 500 seems pretty steep, but you never know. It's worth testing my luck. I did play basketball myself actually in high school. I wanted to travel and explore the world in college, so elected not to play, but I've been getting back into it recently, playing with my brother and cousins, which is fun. My brother, he is a phenomenal basketball player. He can shoot it well, and his ball handling is second to none with regards to his competition. So we're in Nike now. Let's go around, check it out. They've got a big 20% off sale, so maybe we'll be lucky and find something cool. I don't tend to wear Nike aside from the Dunk Glows, which I'm sporting another pair today. I've got 2 with me here in Seoul, but they're probably my favorite shoe. I really do like them. Those are pretty cool, but women's, I'm sure. So, a little bit of a bummer. They've got running shoes, some sportswear. And here are the Dunks. They've got the grays like I'm actually wearing today, as you saw. So, funny they've got them. I guess a neutral gray and white is a pretty basic color that they're likely to have. I really like them as the neutral. I've got another pair with a navy logo, an orangish red back tap, and then here there's a small light blue logo, which blue's my favorite color, light blue in particular. So it's very neat that I've got all those colors mixed in together, and I really do like that pair of shoes. It's definitely my all-time favorite, but nothing coming to fruition today with all the running shoes that we saw too. I have gotten into running a little recently. I have enjoyed running in cities. It's a good way to explore, see more, and do it rather quickly. But not in the need for those shoes, and probably won't be getting any shoes while here, as they do take up a lot of suitcase space. And I had to bring a couple, some dressier shoes, but still a hybrid in regards to the classes. Kamsahamnida. That was nice of them holding the door for me. Even waiting a second. They really are so nice here, and it's a lovely, polite, respectful society, and one based a lot on trust. They've got subway gates just open to walk through, though you are supposed to tap, and I do, of course, and everyone else does, which seems like in Europe or the US, potentially, people would just run through, so they keep those closed, but it's very neat, the honor system and respect here. This is a kind of cool sweatshirt. We saw it in Nike as well, but probably not going to get that one. And it seems like this is just a bunch of sports brands as well. So not really looking at those, but there are a cricket shirt. I've never seen a cricket jersey in person, but very neat. It's a very cool patch as well. So definitely the coolest things we've seen today, in my opinion, but not really looking for a general cricket shirt either. I would consider getting one, though I've never played or watched cricket, but I'd want it to be of a country, or maybe when I visit. So whenever I end up in India, or maybe like Bangladesh or Sri Lanka especially, I might get a cricket shirt there, just given the prevalence in their societies. I think here in East Asia, the countries further north, like Japan and Korea, baseball is actually more prevalent. I know Shohei Ohtani comes from Japan, and rightfully so. They have much pride and joy in him, watching him play and come dominate in the U.S. So it is awesome how sports can bring people and cultures together in that way. I also really want to go to the World Cup sometime. I might check out a game in the U.S., but I also would love that experience overseas, maybe in a country where soccer or football is a little more prevalent, and it'd just be neat to do it in a new, more foreign atmosphere to me. So we're walking back around. That's the store we just went into. The crates are amazing. I thought, though, that it might be more of true crate style, and that there would be a bunch of shops in each crate, maybe some bigger ones, but it seems like it's more just wall and design that is hollowed out and all connected, which is still a wonderful architectural and design move. It's super neat, stands out, draws visitors like myself in, but not nearly as many shops as I was hoping to see. So I think we'll probably end up just playing a basketball game up ahead, and then we will call it a visit. So I'm gonna see if there's a way maybe to get you guys to be able to watch, but I think here will be good. Let's see. No, unfortunately, Can't really see it yet. But I might prop my wallet up to help the phone lean so you can hopefully see the makes and misses. Yeah, so maybe something like that. If you can see, amazing. If not, I do apologize, but let's give it a play. Let's see. So, okay, so I do not know how long you were paused. I may have accidentally hit the button, which would be very sad if you missed all that. But as a quick summation, I thought there'd be more shops with the shipping containers maybe being individual 1 or 2 containers, but it seems that's not the case, which is a little sad. I do still think it's amazing architectural and design piece though. It draws people in, really catches the eye, hence why I'm here. And it is nonetheless very cool to see and explore. I do just wish that they had more shops potentially to check out instead of a couple big stores that are all of a similar aesthetic and not really the one I was looking for today, but that is okay. If we can get this cash to work, which I think we just did, we'll get to play a fun basketball game and go from there. So let's get it going. So it seems like the cash is not being accepted. I'm gonna go ask for a crisp bill and we'll see if we can play. 안녕하세요. Do you have a bill that works there? It's too folded. So I think she is gonna try it.
502.
Okay. So I think she's getting some coins. Oh, there we go. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Okay, so maybe it requires coins. I tried to put the bill straight in, but we'll go ahead and use coins and hopefully we have some more luck. But I am excited to play this game and you guys can get to watch and see how my basketball skills are. All right, so we are good to go. Let's give it a shot.
Are you ready? First quarter starts. 2 points. 2 points. 2 points. 2 points. 2 points. 2 points.
Started off a little shaky, back on a court stretch, but had that hot stretch, and hopefully keep it going.
2 points. 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 2 points.
was gonna say, I don't know how someone got 500, but it's only the second quarter now. So hopefully we can get going. I am doing better, surprisingly, with the moving basket more than still. As I say that, I start to miss. But it is my first arcade game in Korea, despite the prevalence. And I'm really much enjoying it. I think it is appropriate. It's basketball, given my having played the sport. But now we're starting to get going with some points. A lot of threes here, which really help. Yeah, that was a good round.
Oh my God! Win it! You lose. Game over.
Oh. So I don't know if we needed 150 or what to keep it going. I don't think we qualified for overtime, unfortunately. But the score disappeared. Couldn't tell if you guys could see it, but I did end up with 130, which was pretty good. I'll tell you what, it was tiring though. I need to go shoot, play some real basketball, maybe run or get more fit again. I'd hurt my knee because I was being stupid and jumping down subway stairs, jumping more and more each time and trying to jump like 8, 10, 12 stairs, whatever it was. At that time, I was hungry, lightheaded, and blacked out. I blinked out for a second and missed the jump. I landed just right on the edge, was able to push myself forward, not hit my head or anything, thankfully, but it was a bit scary, a little nerve-wracking, but I was able to do that, hit one more jump, and leap to the final flat platform, not falling on the stairs, but I did land and slide on my stomach, putting all the landing impact on my left knee for the most part. So, could have been worse. It just got bruised, a little bumped. It's still a little sore, not as swollen or anything, but definitely not an ideal scenario, and I wanted to give it time to rest and recover. But I will say that, man, my arms are tired after that. I think we're gonna wait here at this crosswalk. We're gonna go back into that main area we were in yesterday, get a snack, and then probably walk around. Actually, we'll keep going. We'll see if there's a new spot down the street to go. Maybe we were on the left side all of yesterday up here. Maybe there's something up here on the right. And we'll see how that goes and keep venturing on. I will say that despite my reservations about that sweatshirt and it not being my size, it was a good time. I got to have a lovely chat with the store concierge, the woman tending to the store and selling, and she was super nice. We chatted. She asked where I came from. I asked about her, if she was in school or name. She was asking me the same. So just a fun, friendly interaction. And she was nice enough to not... She tried to offer other items. Could tell I made it apparent, though, that I wanted that one sweatshirt. And she was honest, which I appreciate, about the one being too big a look with the oversized, and that a size smaller would be better. So, given the magnitude of the purchase and the quantity, I am glad to have not been misguided and and spent my money in a poor manner. If I am going to make one like that, it's got to be wonderful. And it is that same Paris Seoul one I talked about, with the cities blended together, one upwards, another down, but all mixed, and it is really cool and brings those two trips together. But we're coming down this alley now. We've got some fruit, of course the motorcycle delivery men, a lot of whom had come into that chicken place with me in the first half, while I was eating in the first half of this video. And since it is a new day, we'd finished off that chicken dinner last night since I'd gotten it to go, and now going to venture around, maybe find a snack or something. That bowl looks unbelievable, but it's definitely quieter here, being as the police are coming, but it's definitely quieter being a Monday rather than a Sunday, which it was, and the weekend. Not as many people out. It's also midday. I had all my classes this morning, so had some lunch on campus, got out and wanted to explore. So I am a little sad there's not more food stalls. It's more of these shops, which tend to be a little more expensive and more of sit downs, or less of a you can hold it and grab and go. But here's one, there's a couple up ahead, so we might be able to find something good. Those twists look good. I think I would like something more filling, maybe not as much bread. There are some skewers over there, but I don't think it's exactly what I want. So we're gonna keep looking. As I caught my phone there, almost dropped it, but a big intersection there we went through. That would have been rough to drop my phone, maybe crack it, and right there with the cars, but some good looking meats. I think, well, there's not as many people out. I'll tell you what, the roads with people on wheels is very busy, I think. And then another thing as I'm going, there's a hair salon. I'm not getting a haircut today. My hair's doing all right. It's a pretty good length, a bit messy, but I do like it messy and it's easy to keep up. I am gonna have to get a couple haircuts while here, I think, given that it's about 4.5 months here in Asia for the trip, so don't want to grow it out the whole time. Let me know if there's any styles you'd recommend, but I tend to like the shorter, messy look, so probably what I'll ask them to do, just texture it, keep some weight off so it's nice and simple, put a little powder in the morning. And yeah, it's very quiet around here. I think we're probably gonna have to loop back around. We're gonna go down another street up ahead and get back to that main section. I think it's a very cool, vibrant area. Probably one more if you're looking to arcade or grab a shareable spot with your friends. But still very cool nonetheless. Now, I want to talk too about, with all these travels, sometimes you do get homesick. I am loving Korea. The language, new atmospheres, exploration excites me. You can get a little tired being on your feet all the time, but the big thing for me is I'm so close with my family, my cousins, my brother. They're all my best friends, and I absolutely adore the time I get with them. So it's a little tough being away from them. Same with my parents, my grandmother, my aunts, uncles. But it's part of what I'm doing, traveling and adventuring and exploring, going off, growing on my own, and I get to come back and know they're always there and we can FaceTime and chat. But I wanted to bring that up because as you guys go off, whether it be to college, working, you move to a new city away from home, or you're traveling, it's okay to feel homesick, a little sad even, or even a lot of sad. And if you need to go home or you want to give them a call, just know that those who love and care about you are there and are accessible when you need them. So I hope that your lives are filled with adventures. You learn lots like that owl. Books are a great way to read, learn about the world, dream, exhibit your imagination, and so too is traveling. You can live a new life full of new experiences with still ties to your roots, where you came from, and all those you love and cherish. So, just a little thought I wanted to put in there. And we'll continue our exploring. I don't know what the Classic 500 is, but it's definitely a very big building, one that looks like it's got a decent bit of wealth and business attached to it. El Shanko looks pretty good. Let's see. They've got a chocolate croissant that's chocolate covered, actually. A pizza pastry. So some neat items. That chocolate croissant does look very good. You can see it in the window if it wasn't too blurred with the reflection. It was just chocolate and sprinkles all on top. Looked very good and delicious. But I think we're gonna go for something else. I am curious about that stall we saw yesterday. I didn't have the cash on me. I do now. I did only get 50,000 bills from the ATM, though. I've gotten some smaller ones, 310s, after going to a 7-Eleven to get some money added to my subway card so I could take the transit out here. But I think I'm gonna try to pay with 50,000 initially, just to get smaller bills back and change. They are a lot easier to deal with and pay with, so we'll get that out of the way early on, ideally, and get a good meal out of it too, same as how we got our necessary subway funds. So since people aren't as apt to just exchange for a 50 bill, I guess we gotta bring them some business to do so. It really is fascinating how much quieter it is on a day like today, yet there's so much more traffic. I guess it's because with the foot traffic less, it's a lot easier to navigate and get around, but it's still a very different feel. We're turning back down what hopefully is the right street. And it does seem that way looking up ahead. So we'll check out these stalls, see if there's anything good we can get, and continue on from there. I don't know what this guy is making. It looks like dumplings, actually. It is very steamy there, smelled good, but I've had a lot of kimchi dumplings recently because they are so good. One thing about Korea is that the dumplings, the wrapping is way thinner. It's honestly amazing how thin it is and how much flavor you can get out of them. And as I jumped across the street. I despise the smell of smoke, cigarette smoke, that is, so didn't want to get that blown right in my face or on my clothes. But anyways, the dumplings are top class here. They, as you might imagine, well exceed that of the US. And I think a big portion is because the staple is much more the inside, which I like more than the exterior or the wrapping. While dumpling dough is good, as something smells a little rough, but while dumpling dough is good, the contents, and here the kimchi they put in it is unbelievable. If you can get kimchi and meat together in one of those dumplings with the thin wrapping, it is top class. We do have a big intersection up ahead. We're gonna have to navigate how, and there is a crosswalk. So we might have to wait a minute to get across, but it looks like that's more of the vibrant area we saw yesterday. So we'll go back there. I wonder if we run into the same lady at the stall, if she remembers me, but I'll show her. I do have cash this time since she does not accept card, and hopefully get something delicious. And I did pause, but I gotta put you back on for a second. Look at this time. It had been going already, as you saw walking up, but I got here and it still had 80 seconds left, so definitely a long wait at the intersection. All right, so we have got the green, and the motorcycles don't seem to care. They just go straight through, which I guess is allowed, or maybe they're just in a rush to deliver. So, but either way, as long as they don't hit me, it's okay. I absolutely adore kebabs and Turkish food. So I'm very glad to have seen that. It might be something we end up getting. My friends, I think, have reached out about dinner tonight. I would say that I'd just get that, but maybe I'll get a kebab wrap to go, since it's the first Turkish place I've come across here in Korea. It is a lot of Korean food. They've got some US spots in terms of they make burgers, or some Italian with pizza, pasta, but for the most part it is all Korean food, which is very good. I'm definitely not complaining, but I do miss my Turkish food and Greek, Mediterranean. That is my favorite category of food, though I really do like it all. It is neat too, the different animals and symbols, and how you'll have things like that little golden frog as you go by. So pretty funny there. The other thing with that Turkish food is it reminds me of my favorite spot in Milan. It was a Turkish restaurant, very small cafe right by the main train station. Not the subway, but the trains you take between cities throughout Italy and even to other parts of Europe. But they were super nice, friendly, all from Turkey, but spoke perfect, fluent Italian. I went there, loved the kebab wrap. Whatever sauce, seasoning, spices they put in made the already unbelievable Euro beef even better. So I would go there 2-3 times a week, and what ended up happening is we became very good friends. Hopefully I can let them travel the world with me sometime. If I start and run a company, I'd like to have a boat and go sailing with my brother, cousins, friends, and bring on some chefs even, and we can learn all about the spices, cuisines of the world, and hopefully replicate them. But I'd love to give them people like that the chance to get out, explore some, since they likely don't have the funds to be able to take that time off on their own. This looks and smells amazing, but it's not prepared, and I don't feel like carrying that right now. But anyways, it reminds me of that Turkish place. I'd go 2-3 times. They'd give me their blessings even before heading off to different cities, tell me some about the lay of the land, differences between the cities, what to look for, what to look out for. Just amazing people that I grew a deep friendship with, and we would practice language together. The two waiters I came to know the most would try to work on their English. I wanted to learn Italian, so they'd let me order in Italian. We'd talk some in Italian, and after that, they would ask some questions in English, and I would respond, and between the languages, we all learned a lot and developed a strong friendship over great food. And the other thing, aside from the wraps, is that I devour baklava. It is so good. In Sevilla, Spain, I had a baklava gelato, which was the best gelato I've ever had, hands down. But their baklava, top notch. There's a really good spot in Nashville, my hometown, that has good baklava. And then my favorite ever, though, is actually in Edinburgh, Scotland. There, they had a chocolate-covered baklava, which I think needs to become much more commonplace, as I've stopped to look at this rainbow popcorn. But I think it needs to become much more commonplace. I love chocolate, dark chocolate especially, but something like baklava with the honey and pistachio, adding some chocolate to give it some extra flavor and sweetness just makes it all the better. So definitely think that needs to be replicated. But if you're ever in Edinburgh, go to the Nile Valley Cafe. I probably went there 6-8 times in my 3 or 4 nights there, and loved it more and more each time. I could not get enough of that place. They had a berry wrap, which the berry wrap consisted of pork, chicken, falafel, or not pork, Euro meat, like beef, chicken, falafel. It had all of these wonderful things with hummus, tzatziki sauce, and lettuce, onions, a bunch of stuff thrown in. It was so good. So I hope to go back to Edinburgh. I've got Scottish heritage as part of my family lineage, and then go back to that place hopefully too, see some castles. And it really was a good trip out there. I enjoyed it. It's an easy train from London, which you can fly to from the US oftentimes. So very good stuff. I have seen that egg spot I hope to go back to, and hopefully they will accept the 50. I don't know who was on this bill, but we will give it a try. I wanted to get it out so that my hands aren't as occupied, but we'll give it a try and go from there. Again, the stalls seem to be closed. I don't know why exactly. It's a bit of a bummer, but we will make do with the situation. And I think it's 추천 메뉴가 무엇인가요? For what do you recommend? So definitely gonna ask her that. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 왔어요?
Yes, I have.
네네네.
I have cash.
예. 이거 하나요?
Yeah, 하나. Perfect. You have change.
먼저 4만 원 주시고
15, 20, 30,
4만 원.
감사합니다. Okay, so We got our 44 in change. Perfect. Got the smaller bills we need. The lady did recommend me, recognize me, which is fantastic. She even knew her recommendation, which she'd given me the day before. Whatever these are, I think. So I'm very excited to try them. We'll see how she does it. I don't know exactly what the batter is. It looks very good and like it's got some seeds, but it's super thinly stretched, which is good. Kind of like those dumplings I was talking about. I think the thinner the better for the wrapping, because I like the contents inside the most. We're also throwing in egg, breaking that, spreading it around, and so it's fully covering. We're not just doing half and folding, which I think is for the best. Egg should help things stick, and it's also nice to have, no matter how it's wrapped, all those flavors mixed in. It is one thing with some burritos, like a Chipotle, it seems to be unevenly assorted. So very pleased with it so far. I do not know what that is. It looks good. Some chili oil, which I'm not great with spice, but I have had before, so I know I can tolerate. I still don't know exactly what that paste is. It might be a bean paste or a chili paste. Cilantro as well, I really love. Super nice of her to ask if I want all these things. There's some more sesame seeds. So yeah, that's definitely what was mixed in with the batter. And we'll see what else. Some lettuce. And whatever those crackers are to give it some crunch. It looks very good. Ciao Gineggio? Ciao Gineggio? Ciao Gine? You good? Are you good? Never mind.
Oh.
I tried to ask if she was doing good, if she was well, but I don't think that got across as well. This looks amazing though. I am very excited to try it. We'll have to give it a try. So all wrapped up, she cut it in half. It looks amazing. I think those are, I don't know what those are. 감사합니다. Okay. 네. So we're gonna give this a try. We'll see how it is and go from there. So yeah, I mean, look at this. It looks amazing. Very thin. I guess I could expect that from the picture. I thought it was gonna have more meat, but evidently not. That's okay though. I'm still very excited to try it. Yeah, it's delicious. It's got a nice crunch to it. The outside is, I didn't even realize or think about it at the time, but it's pretty much a crepe, just a savory crepe, which I have not actually had. I love crepes, strawberry Nutella being my favorite, and I tend to go sweet when I get crepes, but this is very good. So super happy with the decision here. We will keep on walking. We'll tell her thank you and very good and go on. It's very good. 감사합니다. All right. I like to try it near them, let them know what I think, especially as a foreigner and being maybe less familiar with them. I think it's cool for them when they see someone else really enjoy and embrace their culture. I would feel that way, and I love being able to do that, enjoying and embracing the cultures. I will say that bite I had was very heavy on the chilies and the chili oil, so definitely a spicier one, and one that got me a little with the heat and kick of it, but still very good. And I was also very happy that though it was 6,000 won, she was willing to accept the 50 and give me change. So it's very useful for me. And she seemed to have change. I think if she didn't have enough small bills, she would have said no. But also, business is business. It's nice to get those some extra money, even if you give up smaller bills for it. 6,000 is still a good sum, and yeah, happy to give her a well-earned sale. It is interesting to me though how I try asking something like Ciao Janae or Ciao Janae Gio, which are how's it going, how are you, just different levels of formality. It's not really a thing here, and people don't seem to know it. I looked that up on Translate, so maybe it's a little wrong, but people just tend to say Annyeong or Annyeonghaseyo. And even a friend in class today I met who is full Korean, grew up in Korea, goes to Yonsei. He finds it easier knowing English to just say hi since it's shorter. But you never really ask people how they are. And so I tried to ask how I could expand the conversation, like, how are you? And he just went, you could say, how was your weekend? But it's not a big thing of saying, how's it going? Which I tend to do, or ask to express some interest, connect with them, and just hopefully people feel a little more heard, recognized, valued. I don't know exactly what this car's doing. I think it might be trying to back into there. But I'm gonna sidestep that, keep walking and talking what we eat. I will say I'm getting a little cold since I don't have a sweatshirt. I guess it was a little bit of an error, but I really thought that that store would have more than the single of that sweatshirt I wanted. Unfortunately too, the crate shop had nothing I wanted, so we are still sweatshirtless. Getting a little bit of goosebumps, but doing okay. The chili oil warms you up, that's for certain. And yeah, we are gonna jump right into the second half of this, as I barely caught it. Or caught the bag. Thankfully the food wasn't what was falling. That would be tragic, and I would have to make sure to catch that. But even here, like, that octopus is so fun looking. Yeah. The logos, aesthetics to draw you in. I really love the marketing style with those things here. I don't know as much about Korean celebrities. I don't listen to K-pop. I'm not actually that in tune with Korean culture. I came more because of the school and knowing I wanted to get to Asia and less of Korea itself. And I really like Korea and I'm happy to be here. With all that being said, yeah, I just don't know the celebrities as much. So the marketing with them and how it is so prevalent and pretty much all they do, or the primary means of marketing, is having a celebrity attached, just doesn't resonate with me as much. I care much more about the items and less of social standing or ties with it. I think that's an important thing in style too, is you've got to own your look and your style, and confidence is the most stylish thing. If you, or rather I should say, confidence in oneself. Confidence in the form of authenticity, just owning who you are, the look you want, or not even just the look you want, as that sounds like it's more directed towards how you want others to perceive you, but the look you like and how you view yourself, what your preferences are. If you own that and are confident in it, wear it, and carry yourself with a friendly, inviting demeanor, things will look great for you, and you'll be able to connect with others. A smile goes a long way, I've found, even in more reserved cultures like these. Sorry, the chili oil. It's hot. It's got an aftertaste in my mouth. A good taste, but definitely some heat kicking back up. But if you own yourself and are authentic, you're going to attract others. And it may not attract everyone. No one can attract everyone to them. Celebrities have people that aren't fond of them. Regular people make certain friends who they prefer over others. And others might prefer you, or they might prefer others. And that's okay. It's very good, though, because you want to be with people that truly enjoy you for yourself and your company. And you want to enjoy the same with them. I've been very fortunate to have that with my brother, cousins, and family. And while abroad and in school, I've made some great friends too. Most notably being my friend Charlie from middle school, high school, and now he's actually at Auburn with me. He's a grade below, but we're the same age, a month apart, and grew up very close to one another. So friends like that who will have your back, are authentic, and will even point out your flaws or tell you if you annoy them, and seek to repair and rekindle a relationship. Those are the best type of friends and people you want to associate with. So make sure to just stay true to yourself and own that, because you are awesome. You're growing as people and adventurers, and if you'll evolve as a person, so you don't have to stay the same. And if you do want to change or see that as positive and growth, go for it. I believe in you. You can do it. Go to a new environment or do it in the same spot. It's a wonderful chance to grow in yourself, and you'll maintain those relationships that you wish with the people around you. I am gonna unwrap this and keep eating, and then I think we'll check out this fun city. It's got a bunch of arcade games and looks very fun, so I will catch you in a minute. Okay, so we're about halfway through the second portion of this. I'm just gonna call it a crepe, or a crepe, as some would say. But you can see here all the chili oil. It is definitely spicy and a lot, but still very good. I like whatever this thing in the middle is with the crunch. It adds a neat dynamic to the wrap. But we're gonna fold it a little, try to spread the chili oil, and then we'll get inside. But if you ever get the chance to try something like this, which I still don't know what to call it exactly in Korea, I strongly recommend it. It's very good. And a good little snack. Now, a forewarning, with the chili oil, and the seeds or whatever it is very spicy. So please be wary of that and tell them to hold off on it if you cannot handle spice. It's definitely hotter than like my go-to mild buffalo wings. It's probably medium hot level. But let's walk around and check this out. We might play, might not. We've got this game, claw machines with Kirby, more basketball. We could try our luck there. We've got racing, motorcycles, dancing, more cars. I think some shooter games, yeah. Air hockey, a personal favorite of mine. Darts are very fun too. I'm gonna check out the dartboards. See. So it's 2 credits. Punching machines. What else have we got? We've got shooters, some traditional arcade games, a Snorlax, which looks very fun and seems to be popular. Kirby again. SpongeBob. So a lot of options for games we can do and play. I think I might give it one go at this claw machine, try to win a Kirby. But I guess it'll also depend on how much we get per no. Okay. So 1,000 is 500 times 2. I'm guessing it's probably 1,000 to play. So we'll do 1,000, give it a go, and then continue on. Put the money in. Got our 2 coins. And let's give it one go with the claw machine. So we quickly threw our trash away. I came across a trash can, which is very nice and helpful. I think 1 coin is 1 play, so we're actually probably going to have 2 goes at this. I don't know if we want to go for the one right against the wall or maybe the one back. I think we're going to try against the wall first. So, it seems like card or maybe bill is the only way. So I actually don't know if we can play here, unfortunately. But yeah, it's all card. Where can we do coins? I'm trying to figure out where I can put coins in play, but I don't know if we're having any luck. Yeah, we might have to check for a card. Oh no, do I need a card to play or do coins work? Can I do coins? Yeah. Right. 감사합니다. So, looks like we did need a bill. That guy in the red was nice enough to help out, give us a bill back instead of the coins. I thought, given the machine, we'd need coins to play, but it looks like it's a bill we need. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a go. Bill in, and it looks like we've got 1 coin. So let's go ahead and play. We're gonna walk around. That looks pretty good. It is right on. Does it hold? Oh. I thought maybe when it got up, since it would bang and drop, that we could get it to fall right in, but looks like luck was not on our side this time. It is fun. These claw machines, though, I must admit, are a little dangerous because they are awfully fun to play. That one definitely just, that seemed like our best chance of winning. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have as much luck again. This one is 2,000. I think that Kirby, no fun, is a little too big. I would like to give that one Kirby as a gift. I keep him in my room for now, but then would like to give him as a gift to my girlfriend. She really likes Kirby. But I don't think that's going to happen at this spot at least. But anyways, with wanting to give it to her as a gift, she's back in the US, so if she came to visit or if I brought it back, it would need to be a little smaller for the suitcase. So we'll try again somewhere else. I really thought I had it though. We lined it up perfectly, got a good grab. He shook out, but just hit the rim of the prize basket. So not as fortunate today. I think we're gonna check out one other spot. It looks like it's all mini characters, but we'll see if anything catches our eye and keep going. You do have to push to get in and out. There is Kirby, but again, much bigger than we'd like. I don't know what that thing is. It is interesting. It's kind of fun. There's Snorlax, Garfield, a mirror. Those penguins are very fun and seem to be popular. It's like Little Red Riding Hood, I think. As a penguin, we've got How to Train Your Dragon, which I've actually never seen that movie. Been told I need to. My stepsister loves it. It's her favorite movie. And some other things, mini backpacks, keychain, stuffed animals. I think we are going to head out and keep looking around. There was a girl, if you could tell there, I flipped quickly. She had a cool Warriors hoodie on, which I wonder, basketball doesn't seem to be as prevalent here in clothing like the MLB and baseball is. I heard there's some unique contract a clothing brand got to make MLB apparel and essentially do it independent of the company. They just pay it up front and do their own thing now with some cool designs. But I bring that up because she might be a legitimate Warriors fan, which would be really cool because Steph Curry's awesome. I know he's spent time in Asia. I think more of China and or Japan. I can't remember exactly, but he's my favorite player ever. And the Warriors are thus my favorite team. So would be very cool if Curry does span here, has that influence. I think we're going to check out this 7-Eleven here. I'd love to get some ice cream to help with the chili oil. And my friend had a tutor for Korean that told him all about, or taught him a bunch about the language, but also taught him some things and told him about what to check out and try. There's chocolate rice cake, which is interesting. I love Haagen-Dazs, but it is rather expensive in the US and especially here. So a lot of neat snacks. Sun chips are my favorite alongside Goldfish, the garden salsa sun chips in particular. But I don't think those are exactly them. And they say hot and spicy, which we are not in the mood for again right now. I had an ice cream sandwich. It was interesting breading. It was harder than the normal one and actually fully frozen over. But I'm gonna pause, check what my friend sent, and then continue on. Okay, so they did not have the ice cream, unfortunately. It looks like some ice cream bar. It's got a frozen coating, maybe like chocolate or something around it with the ice cream in the middle. That looked very good, and I would like to try, but wasn't there. Maybe we'll find another convenience store and give it a check. I think, though, that is going to be all for this episode of Searching Seoul. Thank you again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed our adventures. We came back, accomplished some good things, had cash, were able to try that crepe again, our first savory one ever, and a Korean style at that. We got to check out the Crate shopping center, which was very cool to look at and see, and we tried our luck at a claw machine game. We're definitely gonna have to play some more games. I think I'll make that a full episode, but until then, keep adventuring, and I'll see you next time.